What is up everyone? It's been a long time since I did a high round video, so let's celebrate and end this drought by going for an extreme milestone. The highest round ever on Bloons TD Battles Mobile, which as far as I'm aware, is somewhere in the level 160s. I'm not 100% sure that's the highest round though, since there's no evidence behind that, so let's just set a benchmark for level 135, which is the highest round I could find out there on YouTube. To beat the record, we'll be playing on practice mode, which is essentially defend but with infinite monkey boosts and only one player, so you don't have to worry about disconnecting or your opponent dying before you do. And of course, the map will be Battle Park, the easiest and longest of them all. As for tower choice, you can see it right here if you are not blind, but just in case you are, it's Ninja, Bomb Tower, Super Monkey, and Balloon Shipper, which is what I believe to be the best 4-tower loadout for high round attempts, for this map specifically. Just FYI, you'll only be able to select 3 towers normally, so to get the 4th one you're going to have to reroll until you get it, which can be quite a pain if you're unlucky. A little bit of a story here. I chose my towers for this map the first time around and got Balloon Shipper on my first try. Now how's that for lucky? Turns out though that I picked Dart Monkey instead of Ninja, so I had to reset the practice lobby and reroll to get the Balloon Shipper once more, and this time it only took about 100 attempts. I almost wanted to throw my pet rock out the window when it happened. Anyways, back on topic, this is what I find to be the best loadout, but you may think differently, which I completely understand because there are some alternatives that could work just as well. Such as the Engineer, whose overclock ability can become quite handy in the late game on those monkey temples. That could be replaced by the Bomb Tower, though that would mean the temple doesn't have those big damage bombs anymore. Speaking of which, I've heard rumors that unlike Flash, the bomb abilities on temples are no longer 100% necessary, and instead the glue, ice and tornado abilities do just as well instead, but I have no idea if this is true. If you know the answer to this, let me know in the comments so I can set things straight. Now enough of tower loadouts, let's talk about some miscellaneous stuff. Such as how long did it take to complete this run? The answer to that is at the end, but since I know only 30% of people watch the end, I'll just say it took about 5 hours, which isn't all that bad considering the game barely lagged at all, otherwise it could have been dragged out much longer. 5 hours just for this may sound like a colossal waste of time for you, but trust me, it's not like I was glued to the screen the whole time. I did take breaks in between and shit. There's this sweet spot I like to call, which I'd say is around level 70 to 120, where the balloon sends are easy enough so that you don't have to actively use abilities to survive, you just have to leave the game running and progress. Now that's the time where you simply walk away from your computer and run your errands. As for me, I got a lot of things done over that time, such as shower, make dinner, feed the kids in my basement, and fap to SpongeBob SquarePants. You didn't hear that last part. Anyways, to add on to what I said previously, even after level 120 there isn't that much micro you have to do, simply use whatever abilities you need at the right time and you'll be fine, no buying or selling required. Speaking of abilities, only 2 of these in this loadout will be necessary, the Ninjas and the Balloon Shippers. Ninja is quite obvious, 50% slow means double the time it takes for balloons to pass through. But the most important one by far belongs to the Balloon Shipper's Supervic, which sucks in every balloon near the tower and holds it there for 8 seconds. Essentially, a much better mortar ability. You only need about 5 of these to infinitely stall the balloons, so really, breaking the highest round record comes down to how much patience and time you have. So yeah, later on in the video you'll see how the really late rounds go, and it's quite interesting to say the least. Let's use an analogy for this. It's kind of like microwaving popcorn. You watch and wait until the kernels, or in this case ZOMG's pop, and boom, every other kernel follows suit after. Hopefully you understood what I meant there. Because this happens, this gives me ample time to minimize the tab and browse other things so that I don't have to suffer staring at the game 24/7. Another thing I need to mention is that it's hard as hell to see exactly how far the Bloons have made it to in the late game, because of all the balloon chippers throwing them around erratically. It looks quite hilarious sped up if you ask me, but if you ask someone else like Stevie Wonder, he wouldn't think anything of it. So yeah, I believe that's all I wanted to talk about for this video. Watch till the end to see how far I can go, and if you enjoyed, be sure to support me by pressing that like button, the sub button too if you haven't. 200 likes and I'll get the next high round video out ASAP. Be sure to let me know which map you want me to play on also. Have a long and painful day.